Welcome to CMU Nitty Gritty. My name is Bryce Reedy, and today I have sitting beside me Mesa's very own Salim Cleighorne. Salim is currently the starting safety for your Maverick football team, who is currently 7-1 heading into the weekend, as well as a major in mass communications. So Salim, to start things off, let's just talk about the Mavericks. You guys are having a very successful season up to this point. So what's been the biggest change from last season to this season?
I think it's in terms of our mindset. We knew last season we left pretty much things on the field, and we really just didn't finish last season how we wanted to. So when we came into the spring, we were focused in terms of the weight room, in terms of how we trained, in terms of how we coached ourselves. We really stepped ourselves up, including the coaching staff as well. And the result is us doing well this season.
And so just from your standpoint, I mean, the defense has been very dominant. You guys are having one of your more successful seasons defensively, and probably one of the top defenses in the entire RMAC. What's been, you guys' key going into every game, being able to be so dominant?
Well, we know that we have to come in every game, that we have to be smart in terms of not having any mental errors. But in terms of one thing is pretty much doing our 111, which is pretty much everyone doing their job and what they're supposed to do. And pretty much that's what we're going through every game, and just really just trying to, prove to everyone that, we're the best defense in the nation, and that last year, certain things that we gave up, that's not going to happen this year. So we're doing a statement every single game, and I think as a defense, we're really putting that towards teams and really getting after people.
And then so you lead the team with 5 interceptions, and then you last game, or 2 games ago, I guess now, you took one back for a touchdown. Can you just explain that feeling of being able to intercept it and then take it all the way?
Well, that was actually my first pick six ever. So that feeling, it was a very well. First of all, it was really fast, and I knew as soon as I got the ball, I was like, okay, I gotta find a way to take this house, because last year I had a couple interceptions where I could have took it, but I went the wrong way and it just didn't end right. But in terms of that, I knew that I was ready for it. I dreamt about the moment, and when it did happen, like, everything came out and it was just right on point, and it was just huge to me. It was a real emotional part, it was a really big play to me, and it was a big play to the team.
All right, and so then upcoming the next 2 weeks, you're playing against Colorado School of Mines as well as CSU Pueblo, they're the only 2 teams rated higher than you in the RMAC. So what are you guys doing to prepare for these, probably your 2 toughest games of the entire season?
We're really not doing anything different, because we've been doing the same stuff throughout the whole season, which has worked. We know that, trying to change stuff up for these 2 teams is, we don't need to. We just need just in terms of get our minds right. But it's not so much what we're doing as in terms of how we're acting, in terms of attitude, in terms of swagger we have coming out in practice. I know this week, we have our first practice today coming out for Mines, and yesterday's practice was crazy in terms of the hype and everyone's energy. So in terms of things that we're doing, we're not really doing anything different. It's just in terms of our attitude has to, it's switched in terms of now it's time to grind and get these 2 teams out of the way.
All right, and so I'm with Mesa's Salim Cleighorne, and so you're also a mass communications major, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, so, I'm a mass communications major as well, and there's a whole lot of stuff that you can do with it. So what are you hoping to get out of this once you graduate and everything like that?
I like TV producing.
Mm-hmm.
I know coming to Mesa, I really wanted to do film, and I know they really didn't have that here. But through the mass comm, that's really what I want to do, and maybe get into TV shows and stuff like that. But after, there's a lot in terms of what's going to happen in terms of football. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen in terms of professionally, but I know in terms of mass comm, I do want to go further in terms of the TV and producing aspect of it, and hopefully do that later or as my career.
And so kind of going back, I guess, to that, just what do you hope to accomplish after this season with your football career? Are you hoping to, be able to play professionally and stuff like that?
I do. I know I haven't really. I'm trying not to think about it, but it's there, and I do want to play.
Hmm.
It's just in terms of opportunity and the actual looks that happens for me. But in terms of goals, I really want to win conference. Postseason is great, but winning the conference as a senior, that'll be cherry on top.
All right, and then I guess kind of going back to the mass communications thing as well. Um, what with TV and like, are you hoping to produce like your own type of shows or be behind the scenes? Kind of what would your
Sort
overall dream to be?
sort of like maybe hopefully do both, but I do want to have my own show in terms of doing stuff like that. And but going away from too much TV producing is actually film my own short films or stuff like that, and maybe go later on to indie films.
Do you have any ideas regarding like any kind of short films or anything like that up to this point? I know it's still kind of far off and
Well,
everything, but
I always been into dramas, so I've been trying to. I already write stories in terms of stuff like that. It's just putting them on on the film or the camera, pretty much
mhm.
everyone to see. So that's pretty much the transition that I'm gonna go through later on. But right now, I'm already in the process.
Okay, so thank you, Salim, for coming in. So this was
No
Salim
problem.
Cleighorne, and my name is Bryce Reedy. Thanks for everybody for watching. This is CMU Nitty Gritty.